Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, brought to you through the courtesy of the Sandwich Fair. This show's in its 36th year, traveling across the U.S. and Canada with a medicine show that doesn't sell anything to folks who want to see it one more time or see it for the first time, depending on your age. And in my life, these shows started through entertainers who taught me who were from these medicine shows. Some worked in the 1890s. If you would like to see their pictures, they're in the wagon. There's a funny story behind every one of them. And they all said the same thing. They didn't make a lot of money on a medicine show, but they had a great life. The tricks in the ventriloquism you see go back to a time before radio, TV, and even electricity. And these fellows crossed the country never really knowing what they were going to do, because they started what we know as the variety show. If you watch television and there's a commercial every 8 minutes, you watch a medicine show. We don't think of it that way, but it's true. The items up here all go back to a time when they bought patent medicines from the stage. There was a cure for everything. We don't know if it worked or not, but it's up here. And if you're a folk medicine collector, we have handwritten pages, 1820 to 1903. A pioneer lady doctor wrote down the recipes for her cures of asthma, rheumatism, even pneumonia. And when you read that board, you're going to have a new appreciation for penicillin, I'll guarantee you. Pretty scary stuff. But 200 years ago, there wasn't anything else. The magic in the ventriloquism still goes on. If you have seen these things on television, it's living proof they're going to last forever. We're going to do a couple of classic tricks up here. On this show, we're even going to teach a magic trick. Max is going to talk over here. He's over 80 years old. There are pictures in the wagon of the real medicine shows. If you'd like to take a look at them, you're welcome to. When you leave here, I hope you have a better understanding of the history of American show business. These were the first traveling shows in America. We're going to start with a trick that has been around over 3 centuries in this country. If you've never seen it before, this is for you. Watch carefully. And I see I have some very young spectators out there. And for you who have never seen it, I'll go slow enough, you might be able to catch them. Watch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 stainless steel rings. Now, I was about these little guys' age when I watched this the first time on a Chautauqua in Peoria, Illinois. I was about 3 years old. A long time ago. Watch. Keep your eyes on. Here we go. Watch. You guys are too serious. Thank you, buddy. Ain't much, but it took a lot of time. All right, one more time. Here we go. Now, there are several ways to do it. The first way took the most practice. They said if you worked on it long enough, you could make it work instantly, and another man said it was like the horseshoe puzzles. They twisted and came apart. One fellow said balance the stage, makes the act look bigger, and a chain made a good finish. At that point, I finished reading, and we'll have to be satisfied with the short story about an old trick called the rings. 400 years old. That's it. Now I need volunteers to start off our show. There's a guy right there. Come on up. We are going to have a trick. Hi. Sure. What is your name? Come on up. I couldn't hear you from down there. Jake? How old are you, Jake? 11 years old. Have you ever done a magic trick? Okay, today's the day. We have a trick up here. Goes back to the early days when these fellows only had one trunk for their act and their clothing. A little black bag that packed in with your suitcase. Nothing in my right hand, nothing in my left hand, nothing in the bag. Reach in the bag, Jake. Make sure it's empty. Anything in there? All right. Since you're the magician on the show, reach out and grab an invisible star and drop it in the bag. Thank you very much. I need one more star. Now, you're a pretty good magician. We have 2 stars in an empty black bag. So far, it's pretty dumb, isn't it? Thank you. Reach in the bag, show them what it looks like. How'd you do that? That must be some kind of a trick, right, Jake? Watch. If you squeeze it, it goes away and it comes down. It goes back at your knee. If you squeeze it real hard, it goes around the trees. Comes back at your ear. How long have you been carrying that in your ear, Jake? That's called sleight of hand with a small object. It's in the magic books. Now let's give Jake a hand. Stay here. Don't run away. Since you haven't done a trick, really, I'm going to give you a napkin up here, and you and I are going to do one together. Hold that up and show it to the crowd. All right, hold it up like this and tear the right side off and put it in front of the left. That's a boy. Now tear the left side off and put it in front of the right. That's good. Now turn it clockwise. Tear it. Roll it into a ball. Leave a little piece of the white sticking out. Okay, now pull on the white that sticks out. Keep pulling on the white. Keep going, Jake. Keep pulling. Hey, Jake, give me this. Wrong napkin, Jake. Hold on to this. Now, these were called paper tears, and there was a variety of them. Can't you see this little old man riding in the back of the wagon while the horse got him to the next town? He would use colored tissue paper and cut this out of the paper and put it together. And when he got to his show, he would perform this trick. And his spectator would go home with a souvenir to hang in his room, much to the delight of his mother. And now, Jake, we're going to give you this to take home. And thanks for opening up our show. And I want you all to give Jake a big hand. Thanks, Jake, for coming up here. Thank you, Jake. So with a couple of tricks, they would start selling the items. We have nothing to sell. Ballpoint pens wouldn't write. Watches that wouldn't work. Ronson lighters that weren't Ronsons. I had one man tell me he paid $1 for a cigarette lighter that was guaranteed to work. And he got home and he opened the envelope and it was a farmer's match. Watch carefully. A Kleenex. This was a silk handkerchief 100 or 200 years ago. I didn't realize that, but it goes back that far. Now, if you had a silk handkerchief 200 years ago, you were known as a wealthy performer. You'll notice a medicine show man has degraded down to a Kleenex. Watch. I'm going to place it in the left hand, not in my sleeve, going in my left hand. We're going to roll it tightly in a ball. We're going to use my pen as a magic wand. We're going to tap the hand 3 times. Now keep your eyes on it. Watch. Thank you. That's called the miracle egg. The miracle egg was not a miracle. It was a goose egg with a hole in the back, and they used goose eggs because the shells were heavier. And I have 2 of them in my collection. They would carve them out, rinse them, and as long as you took care of them, they would last indefinitely. Today, if you would like to do this trick, go to the Walmart, the Kmart, the Hobby Lobby, find a plastic egg in the craft section, put a hole in the back with a pair of scissors, and you can perform this trick. You've got a trick egg with a hole. You've got a Kleenex. I use blue. Any color, blue, pink, green, yellow, doesn't matter. And a pencil from school. Now watch what's going to happen. You're going to see this hand come out of the pocket first, this hand come out second. When that hand goes above your eyes, watch what happens. It's a normal reaction for a person to look up. When something goes above their eyes, they will follow it. Everybody followed this item. Nobody even looked at that hand. Explain you're going to perform with a Kleenex, a common item from around the house. Place it in your left hand. Tell them it's not in your sleeve. I have no sleeves on today. Place it in your hand. Don't talk about the egg. Chickens don't blow their nose with a Kleenex, so forget that part. Put the egg over here, hide the blue spot, use the pen. This does not do a thing, but when you tap your hand 3 times, start the fingers moving. Everyone within the sound of your voice will watch. You can stop them out in the street. And once you've gotten their attention, takes about 5 seconds, turn the hand over and you'll amaze them when you produce your first trick, the miracle egg. Don't do it that way. Don't laugh, buddy, it's serious. I know a magician. Did you see me when I turned it the wrong way? Put your thumb over the hole. A magician told me at this point in the trick, if you get caught, you peel off the hole, roll it into a ball and throw it away. And now, when the egg doesn't have a hole any longer, would somebody please bring me a glass from around the corner there in that bag? There is a glass in that bag. I don't see a paper cup. The egg no longer has a hole. The suspense is building. And now, here we go. Are we finding it or aren't we? Okay. Thank you, that's it. I know you weren't expecting this. The magician uses real eggs when he does this trick. Are there any questions? The miracle egg is 100 or 200 years old. And you can find the rest of that story in the library in school or in town under the category of egg tricks or silk handkerchief tricks. Read the library books, kids. You can learn anything, including a magic trick. And now we need a good-natured woman to come up here and help us with the show. A good-natured mom. I need a mom, a good-natured mother. Semi-good-natured mother. There's one out here on the sideline. Come on up, ma'am. Here she comes. Oh boy. You got grandma up here today. Hi. What is your name? Pat. Pat. This is the scientific portion of the show. This is where the PhDs come for new material. Pat, have you ever answered a question that your husband thought of before you asked it? He said, I've been thinking about that all day. You know what that is? You know what it is? Brainwave. It's a brainwave. Yep, that's a brainwave, folks. For thousands of years, they thought it was witchcraft. They burned them at the stake. Then they thought it was psychic and occult power. They finally found out we give off little electric impulses when we think. So, Pat, today you're going to transmit a brainwave to this crowd. That's right, folks. You're going to see it right here at Sandwich. Pat is going to transmit a brainwave. She is going to see something, and she's going to be in complete control. Pat, come on over here. You'll agree there's no way that they're going to guess what you're going to do. I want you to stop me someplace in that pack of cards, anywhere, right there. Would you like to change your mind and keep going? Nope. Take a look at it. Don't forget it. You got it? All right. Pat has looked at a card. Nobody, including me, knew what she was going to do. I had no idea where she was going to stop. And now she will transmit that card to this crowd. 1/3 of the people have the ability to intercept a brainwave. But today there's a piece of equipment up here called a brainwave transmitter. Don't laugh, ma'am. This is serious. There we go. Haven't ever seen anything go wrong so many times on a show in my life. Pat, we are going to give you the transmitter. Take it easy. Don't point it at me, lady. I'll forget the whole show. I want you to start out with those people out in the street. That's it. Crank off a few waves. Hit them hard. Get those people out here. Get these people down here in the front. That's good. Now cream the whole mob. That's the way, I can see you're getting them right now. Oh, yeah, you're killing them. Okay. Now, I'll tell you something, folks. This is a pretty traumatic part of the show, and I know some of you gifted individuals got a brainwave from Pat. Whoever you are now, I'd like to have you get together and as loud as you can, tell her what you got. Whoa, Pat. Scientific miracle right here on the stage. I want you to give her a big hand for coming up here. Thank you, Pat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Works every time. If there was ever a trick on a medicine show, that was it. Here's a little fellow who started back in the days when these shows were still rolling. He started in the late 1920s or early 30s, and his first owner told me that they had a piano player who played the keyboard and the trumpet at the same time, and he sang songs. Now today he just talks. We're going to let him look the crowd over. Are you going to talk?
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
Looking at them. Good crowd.
Thank you.
Are you going to sing?
No. No, I'm not going to sing. Good. I'd hate to see him leave. Don't laugh, lady. I could be your kid. Hey, quit picking on these people. They came here to see the show. Tell them good luck. All right, that's enough. We're in Sandwich, Illinois.
Huh?
I said we're in Sandwich. No kidding. No kidding. We have a lot of children in our crowd. Did you ever go to school?
Yeah.
Well, how did you like school? Closed.
What?
Not closed. What was your best subject?
Recess.
Didn't you study anything?
Yeah, girls.
Well, there was more to school than recess and girls.
There was.
Yes, there was. Did you have geography?
No.
Did you have geometry?
No, I didn't yet. Too hard.
Well, hard work has never hurt anybody.
I ain't gonna take a chance.
Did you have spelling?
Yeah.
Did you have the alphabet?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do that. And for all the folks, this is an old alphabet routine Max is going to try. Go ahead and start. A. Good. Hey, get back over here. What comes after A? All of them. Not all of them, it's B. Honey, D, letter B. What starts with B? Bottle of deer. What comes after B? C. What comes after C? D. What comes after D? E. What comes after E? I forgot. You're supposed to say F. That's right, I can't see it. What comes after F? G. What comes after G? Whiz. Gee whiz is not a letter. Well, I thought it was. No, it isn't. What direction does the Mississippi River flow?
Downhill.
If you had 2 peppers, 2 cabbages, and 2 tomatoes, what would you have?
A tossed salad.
You'd have 6 vegetables. What makes you so dumb?
I'm a dummy. What's your excuse?
Say goodbye, Max.
Goodbye, Max. Is that enough?
That's enough. That was Max. The story about Max's age is true. And the alphabet routine was written in 1901 for the London Music Hall. And I didn't know that until I played for the Collectors in Chicago. So all the items up here go back to a time when radio and television was not around and people went to a live show on the weekends. Towns, especially in Indiana, would go out and look for medicine shows and book them, be sure they had entertainment all summer long. And when these shows disappeared and television took over, a real part of American history disappeared. The tonic was the most important item. It was always sold last. It would be advertised as a cure for thinning and balding hair, arthritis, gout, fallen arches, and if the only part about your body that's athletic is your feet, you got athlete's foot, you've come to the right store. I'm going to stop right there. 45 minutes later, this guy had you convinced you had butterflies in your stomach, your scalp itched, your heart beat too fast, your blood needed purification, and this tonic was going to cure it all. When you bought Miller's Balm, which is what this one is, you got, among other things, red pepper, spearmint, cinnamon, oregano, pennyroyal, and 56% alcohol. That's 112 proof. It puts the cat out at night and teaches the dog to play dead. And if it was the last dollar in your pocket in 1929, all the guys bought 6 bottles in case you got sick, right? Right. The story is The dosage was 4 teaspoons a day. And if you took 4 teaspoons a day of that, you're going to feel better. I don't care what your problem is. There you go. Very similar to the items that were sold. That was a later version that had all the ingredients on the label. Before 1906, these patent medicine companies could put anything in a bottle they wanted to, and they didn't have to list the ingredients. Afterwards, when they listed the ingredients, people became more careful. And the herb shows came along. And my friends that worked on the herb shows, if you go to the health food store today, you'll find what was sold. The difference is they still told you it would cure everything back in the 1920s and 30s. Today, if you go to the herb store and you buy herb tea, you're on your own. They can't tell you it's going to cure anything. There were always free items on the show, and courtesy of the Sandwich Fair, we're bringing a little complimentary entertainment. If you get a chance to come back, each show changes a little to keep them interesting. You've got a beautiful day here at the fair. I'm going to introduce what we have going around here. My friend over here, the blacksmith, is making some tremendous ironwork. The Engine Club, right over here, cold water. Yes, sir, they have cold bottled water available. The pony rides, the train rides, the antique machinery, it's all here to enjoy. And I'll see you again at 1 o'clock with another show. Thank you very much. Been a good morning. I appreciate your attendance. Thank you.
Just buy one bottle, let the tonic do the rest. Now you've heard our story, now you've heard our song. And if you've got some friends, why don't you bring them all along? Y'all come to the Old Time Medicine Show. Y'all come to the Old Time Medicine Show.